Hey everybody, it's Greg again. Another edition of Unbreakable the podcast. It is Monday, January 13th, and we are celebrating. Fly like an eagle. Time keeps on slipping into the future. When we get to the chorus, we'll sing together, okay? How about those birds? It wasn't the prettiest game, but a win is a win is a win. Listen, fly like an eagle to the sea. Like an my spirit carry me. I'm gonna fly like an chair dancing. How about those Eagles, huh? The defense stepped up, didn't they? Put the clamps on those Green Bay cheeseheads. I, those Packers look like a shell of themselves, didn't they? You know, that opening kickoff when that guy got knocked back to Green Bay, fumbled the ball. Eagles recovered, scored 7-0 within 2 minutes of the start of the game. Packers were ever to see. Jordan Love looked like who the hell's Jordan Love? Josh Jacobs, he had some good runs. You got to give it to him. But the rest of these guys, they look lost. Slipping. I mean, hey, it wasn't the prettiest of games. We knew Jalen Hurts was going to be a little rusty there, after the concussions. Hopefully, this coming week when they play at 3 o'clock on Sunday against either the Rams or the Vikings, he'll have that rust knocked off, right? How about that Dallas Goedert with that touchdown? Stiff arming his way all the way down the sidelines there, just doing this to the Packer guy right in the face, right? How about that AJ Brown reading a book on the bench? Anyway, I don't know how to take that. They're trying to say, oh, he does this every game. He reads him, and that's bullshit. He doesn't read every game. That was a slap to the offensive coordinator, whoever's calling the plays for Jalen Hurts. Give me the ball. And I told you this before. I don't blame AJ Brown. He's a world-class wide receiver. He wants to friggin' win. I'd rather my wide receiver want the ball than shit on the Watch what happens next week, depending on the matchup. AJ Brown will get the ball, he'll score a touchdown, and you watch everything will be okay. Saquon Barkley, I told you take the over, and he did. He ended up with 119 yards rushing. He could have a lot more, but he slid there that last play. He probably would have got a touchdown out of it. Probably pissed a lot of people off because a lot of people had Saquon Barkley scored a touchdown yesterday. And he disappointed. Been it to the future to New Orleans, the Super Bowl. But anyway, Eagles did what they had to do, okay? They won the freaking game. I mean, look at the Steelers, right? Would we rather be the Steelers today? So Eagles have a home game next Sunday at 3 o'clock. And I can't wait. Another step closer to the Super Bowl. And that's the goal, right? That is the goal. Not only get there this time, but to win the day. So, some comments. Jake Elliott, he still concerns me. I mean, he misses an extra point. What the hell, Jake Elliott? It was interesting. Somebody was interviewing him, game very delicately asked him the question, well, what's the problem? What's wrong with him? What the hell is wrong? And he actually said, the weather, not that it was windy or he's kicking in the rain or snow. But it's the cold because don't forget, he's out there with a bare foot, right? And I guess he's got to get used to that. Maybe his foot doesn't hit the ball the same way when it's really cold. I don't know, but um, I never thought of that. It's like, yeah, how would you like to go out there walking bare feet in the grass out there? Yeah, it's like below freezing. And this is what this guy does for a living. He kicks with the bare foot. I'm not chicken me. And I think when the chips are down, and if he needs to make a big field goal, he's going to make that field. So if Jake Elliott is the worst of the worries, then yeah, it's going to be fun. It's cool. Who do I play on Sunday? That doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. But I tell you what, Vikings play the Rams tonight in Arizona because of the wildfires out in LA. They moved the game to Arizona. I know the Vikings won 14 games this year. Uh, but I'd rather play the Vikings. Why? Because of the quarterback. Would you rather play against Sam Darnold? Well, don't get me wrong, he's really good. But he didn't step up last week in a big, big game in Detroit. It was for the NFC North Division and for the number one seed in the NFC to the Reds that would be able to see Sam Darnold work when he was with the Giants or something. Um, I'd rather play against Sam Darnold than I would Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford has killed the Eagles in the past, both when he was with the Lions and when he was with the Rams. So I don't like the Rams team playing against the Rams team. They have experience. They've been there. They know what it takes. They just won a Super Bowl a couple of years ago, right? I don't like it. But Puka and Cooper Cup and Kyrie Williams, they have a young defense, that coach, right? Sean McVay. I don't know. I think we can still beat the Rams because they have to come across the country. They're playing outdoors, would be big because they play their games most of their games indoors, right? Um, I think we can still beat the Rams, but I'd rather play the Vikings. I don't know. Yeah, you gotta be afraid of Justin Jefferson, Addison. Uh, the Vikings have a lot of weapons, but they have a good defense. They blitz them too, and Jalen Hurts hopefully is going to have to shake off that rust from the concussion because if the Eagles do play the Vikings next week, the Vikings blitz like crazy. Jalen Hurts is going to have to play better. He's going to have to play better. But we'll find out who they play after tonight, and we'll talk about that game all during the week. But to me, I'd rather play the Vikings than the Rams. I just have this uneasy feeling about the Rams. I don't know what it is, but it was a fun football weekend, wasn't it? Most of the games were blowouts, though. You had the Houston game. But Houston looked pretty good, didn't they? I mean, at first a little shaky against Chargers, but you know what I told you the other day? I said, how do LA teams, how are the Chargers being away from home? And what's going on at home with the fires, not knowing what's going on with their houses and their family. Chargers, how is this going to affect them? Chargers just didn't look the same. Was it because of wildfires or was it Houston? I don't know, but Justin Herbert, he threw like 3 interceptions the entire season, and he threw 4 on Saturday, really? There had to be something going on there with the Chargers. I don't know. But Houston played a good game. Now they're going to Kansas City this Saturday afternoon. Kansas City. Will they be rusty coming out of the gate? Does Houston have a shot at Kansas City on Saturday? Sure, I think they have a shot. I mean, Kansas City, even though they're 15-2, they ended up winning the season. The last game was meaningless. I don't know. They just want the same powerful Kansas City team. They were the first team in NFL history. Listen to this: to win 15 games in a season and not score 30 points in a single game. The first team. Patrick Mahomes, no great shakes, right? Houston has a chance, but we'll talk more about that as the week goes on. Then you got the ball. You had the Baltimore-Pittsburgh game, right? I thought Pittsburgh was going to play a lot tougher, a lot closer than they did. You could tell the way that game was going. Baltimore was ultra, super aggressive. Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin is old school, but he's too conservative, man. This is football 2025. Guys are going fourth down on their own 20, 30-yard line. If they have like a couple inches to go, they're going for it. Mike Tomlin had that scenario early in the game, and he did not go for the first down. He elected to punt the ball. Baltimore got it and took it down and scored again. So after that, Pittsburgh could never catch up. Plus, Russell Wilson, really? Come on. Pittsburgh has lost 5 playoff games in a row. They're not your grandfather's Steelers anymore. In order for that franchise to turn around again, they got to get quarterback. I mean, it's not going to work with this Russell Wilson, who's a shell of himself, and then you stick Justin Fields in there sometimes when you want to run the ball, then you pull him out. It's not going to work. The Steelers have to invest in a quarterback. Either they have to draft a young quarterback and get nothing, or they have to make a trade or sign a free agent or something. Pittsburgh's not going to win unless they get the quarterback situation straightened out. Then we had the games yesterday. You got the Buffalo game. Buffalo at first had a tough time with Denver. Come on. Denver's up there in Buffalo. Buffalo's going to take control. That's what they did in the second half. And they pulled away from the Broncos. Denver had a good year, though, all things considered. They're a young, hungry team, and I think they're going to get better and better. And I like Bo Nix as a quarterback. I like Bo Nix, so I think Denver has a great future. Then we had the Eagles game, and then last night, what a game between Washington and Tampa Bay. Back and forth and back and forth. Tampa Bay had the game, and then Baker Mayfield fumbled, gave the ball to Washington, who took it in. What a game at the end. Washington kicks the game-winning field goal. The ball hits the upright instead of bouncing back on the field. It went through the goalpost. Successful field goal. Commanders win. So, other than tonight, we've got Saturday, early game, Houston at Kansas City. And then at night, we've got the Detroit Lions making their playoff entrance, hosting Washington. Let's see what happens. Early game on Sunday, our Eagles playing at home against either Minnesota or the Rams. And then the late game, Baltimore at Buffalo. Lamar Jackson going mano a mano with Josh Allen. What a game that should be, huh? Wow. So we got some good football coming up. Good football coming up. And we'll talk all about it as the week goes on. I was just happy. Eagles, step number one, 2-1 games. Win this week at home. Let's see what happens. NFC Championship game, right? Whether we're going to have to go to Detroit or whether somebody comes to the lake. Can't wait. Can't wait. Eagles, destiny, right? Destiny. Get to the Super Bowl, win the freaking Super Bowl this year. I feel it. I feel it. Yeah, it might be a home run, but hey, that's the way it goes. How about that other sports news yesterday? The Sixers pulling out of their new arena deal. What the hell? All of a sudden, they made a big deal about getting a new arena for years. They got approval from the Philadelphia City Council. The mayor was behind the deal. And all of a sudden, they said, no, 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 no. No, we don't want to do that, dude. We're going to stay in South Philly. We're going to build a new arena. And we're going to stay there. Well, the thing is, the bottom line is I think it's the best thing because they're not infringing on Chinatown. Down in South Philly, you got the best. You got the parking there. You got easy access on and off the turn. Everything is right there. Philly Stadium, Eagles. They're supposed to offer good details to them. But it looks like what they're going to do, instead of the Sixers having their own arena and the Flyers having the Wells Fargo Center, to tear down the Wells Fargo Center and build a new arena for both teams, a state-of-the-art venue. What they say, what may have gotten involved was Jeffrey Lurie sitting down with Josh Harris, the owner of the Sixers, along with, get this, Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner. What the hell was he doing there? Right? Why was he there? I wouldn't have been surprised if they had this big meeting and John Middleton of the Phillies was involved too. As you know, the Phillies and Comcast are planning a big renovation thing, and they want to build around those stadiums, which they need more restaurants, more things to do. We're putting the amphitheater there too, if you want to see hotels. So somebody got to Josh Harris and said, "You're pulling out of this deal, buddy. You're not going to the Center City. You're staying right where you are." So, the bottom line is this, right? So Josh Harris, they must have gave Josh Harris a deal he could not refuse, as they said. The bottom line is money. So obviously the Sixers are getting a big chunk out of what's going on. That's it. Sixers get a new arena at Center City. They're not even using it for basketball. They're not even that good. The Sixers aren't even going to be in the playoffs. Come on. How many concerts are they going to get there? Events like the Escapades or whatever, right? So I'm thinking that, let me get more details into. I'm thinking that the Sixers are going to get a bigger piece of pie than originally intended. And that's the reason why I'm back out of the deal. But some of these politicians in Philadelphia are they're pissed because they took the Nets out of the line to get this thing passed for the Sixers to get a new arena. Now they're saying, you don't want it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So it was a really shock to me that they said, no, we'll stay where we are. So who knows, right? We'll see what happens. Hey, before I leave today, gotta show you a picture of my blood going. This is the patron saint of our fine podcast. And there it is. This is probably my favorite shot of my blood. That's actually a scarf we made it into sort of like a babushka kind of thing. And it looks like um, my grandmother who came over from the other side. There, I worked for food, I cleaned your house. Maybe my grandmother, I don't know that, that's good, right? Look at him, isn't he cute though? Huh? I don't know about that. Listen, all right then. So that's it. Hey, I'm gonna be partying all day. You know, I'm gonna be chair dancing and everything. Eagles, step one to the Super Bowl 59. Packers, goodbye, cheeseheads, into next year. Yeah, I was watching the game at home. I mean, good point. Yeah, the Packers were getting injured left and right. They were dropping like flies. And the Eagles had some injuries too. Hopefully, the Kirby Dean is okay. I didn't like the fact that he got hard off the field. And the Kobe Dean is playing really well this year for the Eagles at linebacker. So hopefully, it's just a week or something, but you can see that the Packers really lost one of the guys. Um, and says, well, they have all off season to heal up. And, yeah, that's pretty cool, but it's true. They do have all off season to heal up, right? I mean, think about it. The Packers that are playing another meaningful football game until freaking September after the summer's. So there you go. All right, boys, way to go, way to go. We'll look forward to Sunday at 3 o'clock. Huh? Tonight, big football game. We'll see who the Eagles play. I think, well, just like the Chargers, the Chargers, you knew something was on their mind yesterday, or when they played Saturday. I don't know. Chargers really thinking about back home, the wildfires. Are the Rams going to be distracted tonight too? We'll have to wait and see. I mean, Minnesota has a good team, but Sam Darnold is the key to that team. And any team, if your quarterback isn't playing with Smith, you're going to have a tough time winning. I got news for you. So we'll see what happens. The rest of the weekend was fun. You know, Houston beating LA. I thought Pittsburgh was going to give one more better game than we did. Mike Tomlin, he's a good coach, but he's lost 5 times. He needs to come into the year 2025, when coaches are fourth in the inches, even at their own 30-yard line, they go for it. Yeah. They don't cut the ball away. Mike Tomlin needs to get with the times. And then we had the Washington team. Winnie and Tampa Bay last night. And then doink. Hit the ball, hit the knocking and ricochet through the post. Coming still. Buffalo took care of Denver. That no surprise there. Next week, really good game. Really good games. I mean, especially Sunday, we got the Bloods playing in the last game. Even all of you losing Lamar Jackson versus Champion. You can't. That will. You can't. I'm going down Sunday and Saturday watching football. All right, everybody, we will see you tomorrow. Take care of one. Peace and love. Have a great day. Keep on celebrating. Go Eagles, Flowers, Fun. Say to me. Have a great day.